What up, guys? Hey, Bre.
Hi.
Yo, we've been doing financial peace, if anybody's ever done it before, and it's really
Amazing.
for the spenders.
Is that your thing?
There's nerds and spenders. Isn't it
No,
spenders?
free spirit, bruh.
Oh, sorry.
Bruh, get
Same
it together.
thing.
Free
Free spirit.
a free bird.
She free. But now she a little bit more nerdy.
Yes.
Thanks to the class.
Shout out.
Till I be like, yeah. Till I be like, no. Till I be like, oh, oh, oh. Till I be like, yeah. Till I be like, no.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's
Dre
Bre, and you're watching Worth the Wait. Today, this is something that people be sliding in the DM, asking me questions about, and I'm so excited to finally be able to slide in that link and be like, check this video out. So today we're talking about our 3 tips.
Yes.
3 tips, and really I think the only tips, the only things that matter in waiting for marriage. So how to do it. And basically this is going to answer the question of, me and my boyfriend are thinking of waiting, can you give us tips? Or me and my boyfriend have already had sex, but now we want to wait, can you give us some tips? Or if you're single and you want to wait, these are gonna help.
Yes.
I want to address the thing that I talked to you about before we give our tips, is that if you're single, this is a personal choice. And if you are in a relationship, this is something that not one person has to agree with and feel. It's something that both people have to be on the same board with. Because if one person's not on board, then chances are it's not going to work out and someone's going to slip up, or the relationship will just end. So this is either a 1-person commitment or 2 people commitment. It takes 2 people to wait together. Okay?
There you go.
So you can start off.
The why. Now, I have explained this in our video before, and the what if it ain't no good. So if you haven't watched that video, that's me really, or us really explaining why it's important to wait.
Yeah.
But in this is going to be a little different too, because it's not only about the why of why we believe, it's why you're doing it. That's the biggest tip, is that you have to believe in the why. If you think about when you get up and brush your teeth every morning, why are you so good with doing that every morning? Because you believe, if I don't do it, my breath gonna stink, my teeth gonna rot, I'm gonna get cavities, and I hate the dentist. So all that, and think about everything that you do in your life, and you'll on a consistent basis, and you'll realize that you truly believe in that why. And when you truly believe in the why, then it's easier to stay disciplined. So the tip, or the hardest thing when it comes to waiting for marriage, is that I feel like some people don't believe in the why. They just do it because, oh, the Bible says to do it, or the church says to do it. And
or
it's like,
Bre and Dre are doing it.
Oh yeah, or like, oh, all my relationships have been bad in the past, so I'm just gonna try this to see if it works. And it's like, unless you really believe in why you're doing it, it's gonna be very, very difficult for the both of you in a relationship, and if you're single, for you as well.
Yeah, to say, okay, this is something I'm sticking to. So that's, I think you said everything for that. The second thing is boundaries. So this is by far the biggest thing, because even if you don't have your why all the way together and you don't get to, step 3 that we're gonna talk about, this is the game changer. It's like, for example, Dre and I, our boundaries and what your boundaries are gonna look like in your relationship or as a single person dating is gonna look completely different. For us, we do not French kiss, especially in the house, which we don't French kiss at all. And the reason why is because I feel like French kissing is the pregame for sex. Why are you gonna take me there if we can't go there? Let's not even do that to ourselves. Our kisses are smooches, hi babe, because can't nothing happen from that. Nothing is happening from a smooch. So the way that we show love and we show attention and we show intimacy is non-sexual. We don't touch each other's private areas. We're friends, basically. We're literally friends. Our snuggling is like my leg on his foot. It's very PG-13, and it's because we have set boundaries that we just don't cross, because we know what they could lead to. what's another one? We don't shower together because obviously, you know, but.
She always says that as it's like just a normal thing that just people in relationships just shower together all the time. So she's like, we don't shower together. She always say that.
Because I would want to, and you say no because it's like sexual.
Yeah.
So I just, okay, well, whatever. Not trying to be in your bathroom. What's another boundary that we have? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's important. First, believing in the why, I think is the most important thing.
Yeah.
But then you also don't want to, like, you know, tempt yourself. So say, like, you're an alcoholic and the reason that you stopped drinking is because you, I don't know, got into an accident. So you truly believe that alcohol is bad for you. And you believe in that why. But if you start going to bars or hanging out with things, even though you really believe in that why, being around things that can tempt you could ultimately lead you back into doing the thing that you don't want to do. So that's why the boundaries are important. Once you believe in the why, you don't want to make yourself become like tempted by other things that can draw you back into what you know you don't want to do.
That brings me to a very important point. There we go. So Dre and I, as you guys know, we live together, and that's because it works for us. It's not a temptation. We have set boundaries and we're good. We do not suggest or say that if your boundaries, whatever they may be, look different than ours, that you should live with somebody. So for example, if you can't even spend the night with somebody without being tempted to have sex, obviously you don't want to live with that person, and obviously you don't need to be sleeping over. So it's a personal thing. Do not look at our relationship and say, I'm going to do what Dre and Bre do, because you're not Dre and Bre, and what works for you and your person is going to look a lot different. So take time to figure it out for yourself, what your boundaries need to be.
And that's the biggest thing. It's like when of course we live together, there's a whole story behind that. But anyways, there's always this thought that if you don't live together, it's going to somehow stop you from having sex. It's no. If a lot of people since the beginning of time have still been able to have sex without living together. They find a way. If you want to have sex, you're going to be able to have sex in a car, in a house, hotel. Like living together ain't going to change the difference. Like if you're especially weak, like Bre said, then it does make it challenging. It's not something that we recommend. It's just our journey and where we are now. And we knew early on that we were getting married. We just wanted to get married at a certain place, which took longer time. But
yeah, otherwise we be right now doing the do because everything would be legitimate and legal. But you know, we want our family to be at our destination wedding, so we're waiting. So,
lastly,
okay, so this is awesome for if you are single, staying busy. And for Dre and I, people be like, how do y'all do it? And I'm like, how do we not do, what do you mean? Like, we are so busy. So if you're single, it's perfect because you can focus on your goals. You can focus on being in your best shape, being your best self, growing closer to God, doing all the things that you have on your goal sheet of what you want to get accomplished. Like, focus on those things, stay busy, and I promise you the right person or the right opportunity will come along when it makes sense. But if you stay busy and just do what you're supposed to be doing, that's an easy way to wait. If you're in a relationship, same thing. If you are waiting with your partner, like, y'all have to find something to do with your time. Why not be productive? If you find something to do that both of you are passionate about, interested in, it makes the time go quicker, and then you actually get to know that person for who they are versus what's in between their legs.
Yeah. What's that saying? It's like idle minds something. Like,
you know,
it's something like that, to where if your mind is idle and you just start thinking, or if you're not doing anything, that's when your mind just starts to wander. I think it's idle minds wander or something like that. Is that when you're not doing anything, your mind just starts like going to so many different places, versus if you're consistently like focused, or you have things you're trying to achieve and you're like have a schedule or things you're trying to go after, then it makes it a lot easier to keep yourself busy so you don't fall into doing things you probably shouldn't be doing.
Love it. So as we wrap up, keep in mind that it is a personal journey. Only you can determine your why, set your boundaries, and find something to stay busy with. Okay. So I think that's it.
It is.
So comment below, let us know if these things helped, how you feel. Maybe you have some advice you want to give. Make sure you follow us. Whoa, is that a fly?
At It's Dre Smith. Don't follow us at Whoa It's a Fly. That's not a real page that we own. So at It's Dre Smith.
At Rihanna Fonte. At Worth the Wait.
Peace.
And make sure you follow All About It LLC. We just launched All About It University. If you want to quit your job to pursue your it. Are you putting the link here?
Yeah.
Subscribe below.